Every so often I get a strong sex urge, and the only way I can take care of it is to masturbate.
How should you talk to your kids about sex? The topic of sex ed has always been fraught.
Mom, I started my first period.
Well, what do you know?
But in the age of the internet, it's only gotten trickier, now that porn is just a mouse click away.
Golly.
In today's sex-soaked culture, you may feel like what you really want to teach your kids is how to stay innocent. And yet, inevitably, they'll have questions. Here are some strategies for answering them. Sex ed has to be age appropriate. That used to mean elementary school for the basics and approaching puberty for the harder stuff.
Here's the penis.
There are several classic teen books. Our Bodies Ourselves is one of them. And one of our favorite parenting gurus is partial to Justin Richardson's Everything You Never Wanted Your Kids to Know About Sex, but were afraid they'd ask. And then there's Roby Harris. Her first sex ed book, It's Perfectly Normal, is for preteens. Like a lot of sex ed books, it's on the American Library Association's list of frequently banned books. Harris's next book, It's So Amazing, is for the 7-year-olds. And then there is It's Not the Stork for the 4-year-old set. Harris's next book is going to answer the pressing questions of 2.5-year-olds. She says that she's simply responding to parent demand.
Peggy, of course I can't go swimming. You know I've got the curse.
Earnest tactical advice is available at sites like talkingwithkids.org. For example, you'll learn that your kids are less likely to engage in high-risk behavior if they feel they can talk with you openly about sex. And if you're uncomfortable with sex talk to your kids about that, too.
Men just know about these things. That's all. They just know. It'll come to you. You'll see. Now let's watch the game, huh?
If you can't even talk about being uncomfortable, you can send the kids off to fend for themselves at scarletteen.com. This one, though, is not for the faint of heart, or the early elementary school child. At least not mine. My kids would probably love this, though. It's from an ad by Planned Parenthood of Canada.
I said a rap, rappy, rap, better ring a rang dong. This is how the penis and vagina get along. Go penis, go penis, go, go.
Another option. Here are some kids who've made their own sex ed video. Kids are making these for health class.
You can get STI in your eye, and that sucks. Yes, yes, it does. Yes, yes, it does. Use birth control. Hey, hey!
Maybe the creators of the 70s video, Am I Normal, were trying to be funny when they sent a character to ask a zookeeper about penises.
You've come to the right man for the answer. Let's face it, in this job, I see a lot of penises. Animals' penises, that is.
The bad joke could disarm today's kids and clear the air for questions. After all, nothing they say will seem sillier than this.
They never worry about the size of the darn thing.
Perhaps the only thing more uncomfortable than talking to young children about sex is trying to lecture older, smartass adolescents. The movie Mean Girls smartly points out that hypocrisy is the worst approach of all.
Don't have sex, because you will get pregnant and die. Don't have sex in the missionary position. Don't have sex standing up. Just don't do it. Promise? Okay, everybody take some rubbers.
Once you've gotten through the basics of reproduction and puberty, you can safely escort your children back to innocence. These PSAs from stayteen.org don't show condoms or hand-holding or anything about safe sex. Just kids doing their thing, which much of the time, after all, is entirely unsex-related. Or so these spots allow us to hope. For Slate V, I'm Emily Bazelon.